Hello, everybody. Good morning. It is that time yet again. Yeah. Yes. Plattenberger. Good morning. Good morning. Yes. 9 a.m. is a soft start. For sure. Calling me out. I love it. Good morning, everyone. Make sure you say what's up as you're coming in today. We're going to get our S&P chart set up. Overnight low bounced right off yesterday's low. And yesterday's high way the heck up here. Hey, good morning, Squid. Oh, you're good, Platin. Or Burger. We're gonna call you Burger. That's way more fun. Morning, John. Morning, Daryl. What's up, traders and faders? Hey, Jesse. Hopefully there's not too many faders in here. We never filled this gap from previously, did we? Make sure we have that on the chart. I don't think we're gonna go get it today. But that has to be noted that we left a major gap up here. Never came back to it. And then I think we have an overnight gap too. Let's see. Yeah, this is rangy, ladies and gentlemen. Just like yesterday morning. This very similar structure. Noticing big moves up and down the EMA. V-shaped reversals. Morning, Bill. Hey, Tom. Good morning. Thanks for that shout out, Tom. Yes, if you want to smash the markets, you do have to start by smashing the like button. That's just what I've been told. You know, just communicating, passing on that message. Morning, Shayak. Who else thinking we're going to get a green day on the Nasdaq? Oh man. I think maybe slightly green. I don't think we're gonna drop anymore today, but I don't think we're gonna have a big rally or anything. Personally. Yo, good morning, Cricket. Morning, Gene. Hey, Diego, I'm good. Thanks for asking. How you doing? We're gonna attempt this name. Dung? Dung? I'm gonna go with Dung. Good morning, Dung. Right on, Diego. Hope the rest of you are good too. Friday, it's been a good week. Now let's see if we can end the week strong. Hey, Spartan, aka Tom. Alright, Matt, what's up? Good morning. Let's switch over to the Nasdaq. See what we got cooking over there. Similar in that we had the overnight low bounce right off of previous day's low. There we go. We'll make sure again we are marking out our gaps, so we still have massive gap from the other day. We should also find that other gap too, to the downside. Wonder if we've filled that yet. It's all the way back from June. I don't want to load a bunch of days on my chart, so see if we can find it. Hard to tell on a futures chart because futures obviously don't have gaps. Mike Z, good morning. Yes, 1500 on the Nasdaq, 2000 on the S&P. Nice, Cricket. You got a knack for that, my friend. All right. Yeah, I'm still trying to load my other platform to see where the gap is on the equities. I don't know that we're close, but I am curious. Morning, Tom. Like I said, there's another Tom. So many Toms. And Tom, all the Toms. Will all the Toms and Thomases please say what's up? See, look, we got 4 Toms right there. And there's been more previously in the chat. I don't think frequent anymore, but we've had a lot of Toms come through here. I don't know what the deal is. Alright, so the gap is from 611 to 612. I don't think I have that many days loaded on my chart. Let's see. Oh yeah, I do, okay. Here it is. Look at that big overnight candle. Okay, so there is our gap. Will a real Tom please stand up? Hey John, good morning. We're getting pretty close to this gap. Or we were. Okay, yeah, it's like right below. It's within striking range here. So a gap below, above, a gap below. But again, the most likely scenario on a Friday after 2 trend days in a row is that we range. Let's find that gap on the S&P. Here it is. On the Nasdaq Cricket, that gap is, yes, right about 19,500, very close to it. And on the ES, it looks like it is at 5447. Longer ways to go on the S&P to get to that gap. A lot closer to it on the Nasdaq. Cool. We got everything marked out. We are about 6 minutes away from the open. And for news, should be good to go. We already had some sales data come out of Canada this morning. We do have a bit of Fed speak later. I don't think it's going to be a huge, it's not Powell or anything. Morning, Neil. Hey, Archer. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you are well. Here's our move down on the S&P, confirming that range structure. We're back below the EMA. We did have a slight break of this channel and a new high, so that's good. At least price action patterns are playing out. Let's see how this looks to the short side. I could consider it. Two minutes now to the open, or a minute and a half rather. Let's buckle up again for today. I think we range. Had 2 trend days in a row. Which is already unusual. To have 3 in a row would be nearly unheard of. So, and it's a Friday. I don't think we're gonna get a lot of movement, but of course, anything can happen in the markets, so we'll be ready for anything. But with that said, you know, not a bad day to size down. Don't be swinging for the fences on a day like today. That was the last couple days, were the swing for the fences kind of days. Today is not that. There is the opening bell. Instant push above the EMA, so short's not looking as good. We'd consider it on the Nasdaq too. We have a nice little downtrend. We can get a setup right by the EMA. I like it. Archer, only one trade for you all day yesterday. Yeah. There's a few solid setups. Okay, 2 trades yesterday. Maybe 3, can't remember. Was it is it options expiration day today? Not triple witching, is it? I don't think so. Alright, well there's the little downtrend that played out on ES. Did not give us a setup to join it. Move down, break, new low. Just the monthly expiration, gotcha. Alright, the Nasdaq just now pulling back. This trend is still in play. Hey, Harvinder. Time is so limiting, man. Nothing wrong with time charts. That's what you trade on, great. See if this bar can turn around. If this closes above the EMA, you can forget about it. Yep. Forget about that. I have not had my vitamins this morning, so we are going to do that while we're waiting here. Nothing jumping out at me. No immediate setups going down. Yeah, we just need to relax and let the market do its thing and wait for something obvious. This move up is stalling here. On the S&P, it looks like an inception range. Right in the middle, man. Right smack dab in the middle. And this is what I was not wanting to see for the day, but what I was also expecting to see. Yeah, Jesse, totally. Would not be looking forward to a bunch of V-shaped reversals. But then again, that is how yesterday started. Zoom back. Exactly what we had going yesterday. Bunch of V-shaped reversals, rangy. And then all of a sudden, boom, we just broke out and never looked back. So, you never know what can happen in the market. But for right now, we're right in a range, within a range. Best to just sit this one out. The Nasdaq looks a little bit more hopeful. Oh, just remembered, guys. The giveaway on the Discord is going to be ending in like 40 minutes or so. 45 minutes. So, yeah, make sure you're entered in that. It's free. All you got to do is click the Discord link, go to the giveaways channel. Yeah, there's going to be 7 winners of a free month of membership. So head over there, make sure you're entered for that. Nice move up here on ES. Tempting to start drawing a wider channel, but should know better on a range day. Jesse, when you say it like that, it's kind of sad. That is way better than the lottery, right? What are lottery odds, by the way? Isn't it? It's usually like 0.00001 or something, right? All right, well, big move up. We're at the top of this potential range, right around the overnight high. Be interesting to see what happens here. This looks like for sure an overshoot. And on the Nasdaq, maybe it fits in the channel. Kind of an overshoot here too. An overshoot right to a resistance level. So let's wait. Yeah, where's Toad when you need him on these overshoots? Totally, Jesse. Alright, well, it does look like this is responding as an overshoot would. Overshoots typically lead to correction or reversal. Starting to get that here. Totally. Nice, Tom. Range thesis playing out. Yep, still early, but so far that is what it is looking like. Here's the move down. We're going to watch that closely on both indices. Right on, Sax guy. Glad you got a good one to finish the week. That's always a good feeling. That's a good point, Jesse. I don't want to be too presumptuous and assume that he likes saxophones. He might actually just like chopping wood. That little profile picture is just a medieval axe. It looked very different back then. Pretty strong move down here, so we are for sure considering a short. Okay, so here we are getting the pullback. This is when we want to pay close attention. See if we can get a second entry. Be looking for 2 clear legs back to the EMA, a bearish bar, and then that will get us short. And at least on the S&P, we haven't really been having V-shaped reversals. So that's a good sign. All of our trends are getting breaks in new extremes. So move down, break new low, move up, break new high, etc. So that's a good thing. Price action is showing itself to be trustworthy. So let's see if we get a setup here. Well, unfortunately, it looks like this downtrend has already had a break here, new low here. This could be where we bounce yet again. If we draw this channel tightly on the Nasdaq, it has the same little break here, new low here. This may be where we bounce. Not trusting this pullback too much for a short, but I could be interested in a failed second entry short and get a bounce too. Kind of depends on how it sets up. Johnny, no, I don't really like the second entry short possibility here because it looks like the downtrend has already played out. I mean, we could draw it a little bit wider. So I guess it kind of depends on how it sets up, but I'd be cautious because this is potentially, again, break new low, and now we're bouncing. There's our first entry. Yeah, and the Nasdaq's bouncing right now, so that confirms that suspicion. But you have to really keep track of the your channels. Because probably a lot of people were thinking this would have continuation, but when you draw your channel off the highs, we have a break, we have a new low, and that's when we expect the market to go in the opposite direction. We could get a failed second entry short set up here. Pulling back to the EMA here. Bias is not so certain. We're right in the middle of the range. I don't really like anything on that. Could consider a long on the Nasdaq. This is a pretty good looking move up. But it's going to have to set up perfectly because we are for sure ranging. With a slight bullish bias, but still ranging. Okay, here we are back at the EMA on the Nasdaq. We do technically have a second entry long on the S&P. Again, I'm just not so sure of the bias here, so I'm not going to be taking. But if you do, totally makes sense. I mean, it is a trade that goes according to the rules. We get a higher low, I might join. Hey, Thiago. The only rules, Roger, being that we want a trend that is in play and we want a second entry. That's it. So technically, we do have a trend in play right here, and we do have a second entry right here. Pull back first entry, pull back second entry. That's it. And it worked out. It worked out, which is great. Did anyone take that? Hey, AOD. Man, never fun when everyone's sick. The risk to reward, I think, was pretty decent on this one. Yeah, you had at least 1-to-1. There's plenty of room for 1-to-1, and then you could even go for more. Nice, Bill. You took that one. Oh yeah, Jesse. No, there wasn't even a second entry on the Nasdaq. We just pulled back and then first entry. So yeah, there was no trade on the Nasdaq. Yeah, Thiago. To explain, a second entry is just 2 attempts for people to reverse, for the bears to reverse the market. So you have an uptrend. We're looking for the bears to basically try 2 times to reverse the market and for us to continue back again. So here's the first time they try. You can see the move down and then we go up. So that's the first entry. There's the second attempt, the second pullback. They're trying to reverse the market, and then whoop, there's the second entry. So you're just looking at pullbacks, and then the entry is just when price goes above the previous bar. So right there is 1 entry, and right here is 2 entries. Oh, sorry, you did not see my arrow on all that. I'll draw it out really quick. Right here is the first time price went above the previous bar, so that's the first entry. And right here is the second time price went above the previous bar, so that's the second entry. Pull back, first entry, pull back, second entry. That's it. Jesse, let me try to remember what the risk to reward tool was. I can't remember if it was in the NinjaTrader ecosystem or somewhere else. Let's see. It's called the Advanced Risk Reward. I just usually measure it like this with the measurement tool that's on NinjaTrader. And just do the math in my head. Did I customize it? No. Not the measurement tool on NinjaTrader. I didn't customize it at all. I don't think. Maybe I did. I mean, you can double click it and change the colors if you want. It's Tom Spartan. That's a paid add-on called Price Action Toolbar. I'll link that. And what that comes with is everything you see up here. Channels, arrows, you can delete drawings, you can hide drawings. And then it also has a measured move tool. That's the main thing that I use it for. So yeah, just some shiny toys that you can play with. Alright, yet again, we're just kind of ranging around right in the middle of the action. This is sadly confirming our suspicions about the day. Or my suspicions, at least. Alright, Nasdaq is having a pullback. See if we get a second entry short. And there is the break and new low in the channel, and yet again we're expecting a bounce and a price reversal. Does the ES look any better? Does it look any better? No, not really. Still technically hasn't made a new low though, so I mean, if you're hunting for a trade, this may set up for a short, but this is all just ugly action. Yeah, you definitely don't want to trade this. This is the angry elf pattern. And as we all know, the angry elf pattern is a clear indicator of a no trade. So don't be an angry elf. Later, Tom. Hopefully see you in the Discord later. You guys were saying yesterday I haven't drawn in a while, so there you go. The elf donation zone. Roger, the reason that's a no-go on the Nasdaq is that we are only trading trends that are in play. And this trend was in play until it reached a new low. It had a break, it had a new low. That's when a trend is no longer in play. And we still have not broken out of our donation zone. Welcome to trading, guys. Welcome to trading. This is what it's about. Sitting through the crap so that you can trade the good stuff. And these are the kind of days that will separate profitable traders from unprofitable traders. Profitable traders right now do not care what is happening. We're just waiting for prices to do something that would give us a high chance of success. Unprofitable traders right now, they're looking at every little candle. You're going, oh man, maybe this is a setup. Maybe I should go long. Maybe I should go short. Oh yeah, actually a long does look good. Oh yeah, actually a short does look good. And you will get chopped up. You will get spit out. You will wonder why your account is always red. Profitable traders are making some eggs for breakfast right now. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, you heard it here first, folks. If you want to be profitable, go have some breakfast. But always be ready. That's the thing that's also really tricky, is that you have to sit through this stuff, but you always have to be ready, because at any time the market can all of a sudden just take off and we can get a really good looking setup. So don't be an angry elf, Cricket. That's right. There actually is a failed second entry short, and kind of ironic that I'm speaking of you have to pay attention. That was actually a good setup. Bummer. Downtrend played out, right? So we were expecting a bounce. We are looking to trap shorts. People who think that this downtrend is going to continue when we know better. And then look at this. Pull back, first entry short, pull back, second entry short, failure. Nice green bar on the EMA. And very true, Johnny. It is giving me a chance to get in, but I don't do that actually. Could hit that deep limit order, but yeah, if I don't see the trade beforehand, then I don't try to get in after the fact. Just a personal rule that I have. Messes with my mindset if I try to jump in to something that I didn't plan on taking. Yeah, and scalper's probably already scalped out of this. It's already gone 2 points. So especially if you took a limit order, people are already likely out of that trade. And you know what? I don't necessarily like, I don't like it for me, because I would have to take at least 1-to-1. So I would have to look for 3.25 points. That's all the way up there. Yeah, I don't know that I would like that one for me. But if you're just scalping for like 1.5 points or something, and you got in on a limit order here, I think that's a solid setup. But that's also true, Johnny. There's not anything enough strong to fail. Bias is unclear. Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. It's not a It's the best setup today on this price action. It would not be the best setup on yesterday, for instance. Johnny says, switched to taking 8 ticks. Last month I noticed 4 ticks, falling behind. Cool, cool. Glad, yeah, I personally think taking bigger targets makes more sense. Certainly mathematically, you have to have a really high win rate. Alright, starting to get a move down. We're going to keep remaining hopeful that one of these moves is going to produce a nice trade. Yeah, it's a give and take on the targets. The larger the target you go for, the lower your win rate is going to be. So you just have to know that. If you're going for bigger targets, you will lose more trades. But your winners will be bigger in order to make up for those losses. So yeah, I mean, it's really, that's a perfect personal preference thing. I for one love, is really helpful for me mentally to like take a loss and know, oh, if I just get one win, I'm going to be back in the green, versus if you have a high win rate, low target kind of strategy, you know, you win 80% of the time and that feels good, but then you get one loss and it's like, oh man, I have to win 4 trades in a row to make this back. Yes, Daryl, that's huge. Get data on it. That's what's going to be the most helpful. When you have very clear, objective proof. No, if I go for a larger target, it works. See, here's all these trades that would have worked. So yeah, journaling and collecting data is super, super important for that kind of stuff. Oh no, guys. My worst fear. Our elves are multiplying. His friends coming in. No bueno. Oh no. Once you start getting multiple elves on the chart, it's bad news bears. Yeah, clear range developing here. But this could give us some good entries. We wait for prices to get to the extremes of the range. On the Nasdaq, we also have a range, but it's kind of pointed downwards a bit. Yeah, very hard to draw this range on the Nasdaq, so I'm just gonna leave her alone. Let the market do its thing. But according to this pattern, sell would probably work around this level. All right, we got about 5 minutes before the giveaway winners are announced on the I Am Trading Team Discord. So we'll start the drum roll now. Love to have you, Roger. Man, oh man, guys, if this price action doesn't just haunt you, I don't know what will. Hey, Martin. This is just terrible. On a 5-minute chart, it's literally been red, green, red, green, red, green, red, green. Crazy. Absolutely ugly price action. Yep, and as AOD mentioned, there's no real news to break us out of this. But this coming week should be really good. Earnings are going to be in full swing. Netflix reported last night. And then the other major companies are going to start to report this coming week. Should be good. Should be good. Market needs a rest before all those festivities, though. Plus, again, we had 2 major trend days in a row. Jesse, I can see that kind of. There's, you know, kind of some higher lows, but not the last, like, hour. The last hour it's been lower lows and lower highs. I would say that's more the prevailing pattern right now. Oh, that's what you meant. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Nasdaq is working its way down. But this may develop into support, perhaps. I'm not going to buy it because of the lower highs coming in. That is a nice candle, though. Chop Fest, indeed. Indeed. All right, Discord winners are going to be announced here in 30 seconds. Make sure you're checking that. All right, here is a move. Here's a move, finally. Patience is rewarded in trading. You wait through all that chop, and all of a sudden, you have some more potential going on. So a nice looking downtrend. Let's see if we can get a pullback. Let's see if we can get a second entry short. Yeah, so watch this pullback here. This could result in a short, or it could not, as Jesse said. Alright guys, the Discord giveaway winners are announced for a free month of standard membership. Trade wins 1, Jake Hunter, Jason, Karina, BB98836, Martin, and CTX Trader. Congratulations everybody. Look forward to having you a part of the community. Yeah, so if you did win on the Discord, just shoot me a DM and I'll get everything set up for you. Alright, here we go. Our pullback is getting closer to the EMA, so this is when we're going to start looking at every bar, getting ready for a possible trade. I don't have my hopes up. Things have not been following through too well, but we shall see, as always. Okay, so we have our first attempt lower already on the S&P. The first entry, there it is. Need one more pullback and a bar at the EMA. We're still in the channel though, so even if it makes a new low, our channel will still be valid. You can still look for another trade. And it looks like the Nasdaq already has a new low. So does the S&P. So we got to reset the count. So the Nasdaq possibly already played out. Move down, break new low. So possibly the downtrend is over. We might bounce from here. The S&P is now pulling back yet again. We might have we might have playing out of this channel already. This is a slight break. May not matter. We may reach a new low here anyway. Yeah, so not a great setup anymore. We had a good context, and that's just how it goes. Again, you got to move with the market. You got to let the market come to you. Don't try to chase. And when you see something setting up, be ready. But if it doesn't set up, it's all good, man. There are going to be other setups. There always are. And especially the last, really this whole month has just been full of setups. So no complaints there. Get a day or two where nothing sets up great, no big deal. No big deal. You can make it back up. One good day can make up for a whole week of not trading. Especially if you are leveraging, funded accounts through Apex or something. You only need a couple of good trades. Well, I think a bounce is more likely than a trend continuation here. If it sets up really good for a short, we'll still consider it, but yeah, I think this is more likely to bounce at this point. You have a little support across the top. Maybe we get a little failed break out of that. Yep, so there we go. That is why you keep track of channels. You will not be surprised when the market is all of a sudden reversing directions on you. Nasdaq 2, we were expecting this bounce, and here it is. But yet again, at least price action is doing what we're expecting it to do. There hasn't really been too many surprises today. Trends are playing out and then reversing. Okay, we have a little break of that previous channel. We do have yesterday's low right below us too. What a day so far, huh, guys? I hope everyone's doing well and not getting chopped up in this mess. Do something, market, jeez. Very close to testing yesterday's low. Got a double bottom, it looks like. Potential little bounce up. We are right at Thursday's low. Starting to bounce off of it, at least on the S&P. I don't think the Nasdaq we've quite reached it. See if we can get down there. By the way, guys, if you were a winner on the Discord, make sure you shoot me a message. If I don't hear from you the next like 24 hours, I'll redraw some new winners. I want to make sure the people who win are actually people who are active and wanting to take advantage of the month of membership. So yeah, make sure you shoot me a message on Discord. Happy Friday to you, Thomas. This does continue down on the Nasdaq. We do have some solid information for a wider channel right there. Not going there yet. You know, I want to let the market do its thing, not get too overzealous and try to see something that's not there, but looks pretty legit. Looks pretty legit. Could come into play. Break and a pullback AOD, I could go for that. I think more likely is a range setup, to be honest. But yeah, we could get, we've had it the last couple days, move down and then a retest of that area. That would set up a great short. Oh, you're talking about a failed breakout, or do you mean, I don't know, are you getting higher low and lower high confused? That happens too. It took me a couple of years to get those things straight. There was the failed second entry short on the ES. Not one that I wanted to really take, but it's there. You're into it. Second entry short failure, nice bullish bar, closing above the EMA. I got you, AOD. Makes sense. Makes sense. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, we are putting another range in here at the bottom of the range, much like we put a range in the middle of the range. But keep in mind, this is what happens. You get a range for a long time, you got to be patient, but then all of a sudden, boom, you get some movement out of it. So be patient. There could still be some movement yet today, and you know, if this overall range holds, this actually could be a great trading day, just taking longs off the bottom, shorts off the top. Yeah, and it's a pretty consistent range so far. So if it holds, that should be good for some setups. But yeah, I'm gonna head over to the Discord to trade the rest of the day with the I Am Trading team. To see a lot of you over there, and even the new winners. So again, shoot me a message and get that all set up for you guys. And otherwise, everyone, have a great weekend. Get some time off the markets, rest, relax, all that, and we'll look to get going this next week with earnings coming up. Should be a good one. Have a great one, everybody. See you next time.